Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So we're going to do High Priestess. We're doing High Priestess for everyone, and I'm going to do it for you. So it's a High Priestess reading, which means we're going to look at what is your potency, your superpower. What is your kryptonite? Is your full-on weakness? Is the thing that is just, is your Achilles heel? It's just, shit, you land face first into the mud, that kind of energy. And the other one is the nemesis. So the nemesis, is, you know, you're in the middle of a race. The last thing you really need right now is a big puddle full of mud in front of you. But instead of landing face first, when you really don't think you have anything left in you, you manage to jump over the mud. So that's the nemesis. And then your next assignment. I'm going to use my Energy Oracle deck, my L Key deck, my Tarot of Positive Clarity, the teeny tiny Rider-Waite Tarot if I need to. Before we get into all of that, you're going to get a Witch's Oracle card. Ooh, the Phoenix, the Mirror. Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher, Mirror, Phoenix. Well, that's fascinating. There's like some magic there with Dreamcatcher and Mirror. Both of these, I want to say, are almost, I'm seeing both are protecting. This is just pre-shuffle, but there's a message coming in. So the dream catcher, right? It's supposed to help to keep your dream state yours. It's not to say, I don't want to say, it's not to say that bad dreams can't come in. I feel like it protects you from anybody, you know, projecting bad energy or thoughts towards you in a more susceptible dream state. So it's protecting you. And then the mirror is like deflecting. Because I'm being shown a scenario where I actually used a mirror at one point on a front porch. Because I had it. Anyways, I lived across the street from who was then my business partner who became known. She was crazy. Anyways, so, but I'm seeing that it's like the mirror acts as deflection. So if somebody sends you something, it gets sent back to them. Interesting. And then to rise up, to have a new beginning. So maybe some of you have been going through, very symbolic too, right? Like the kind of the rebirth here with the salamander energy of Sagittarius. And there is a rebirth here coming in as well. It's kind of funny how that works, right? Like we say Scorpio is death and rebirth, and it is, but their card is the death card. And well, yours isn't. Yours is temperance. It takes time. It takes time. So it kind of feels like, you know, being protected in time. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pull out a card, and it comes from this deck. This is the Witch's Oracle deck that I use. I'll get a message from it, but at the very end of the reading, I'm going to go to the book to give you the incantation and the meaning. That's too many. I'm not even. You got the Phoenix, the Eye of Thor, and the Gargoyle of the Eye of Thor. Maybe, but it says the Eye of Horus. So there is still some sort of protection here for you. As you rise up into a new beginning, very protective. The gargoyle is also protecting. The Eye of Horus, it just feels like ancient Egyptian energy to me. I don't know much about Horus. Actually, I don't know anything, to be honest. You know, people come into the readings and go, how can you not know this? Because this is that, this and that. I'm like, you know what? Because I like to eat cupcakes and garden. That's what I like to do. I didn't choose this job for myself. The universe chose it for me. Y'all are spiritual. I'm just giving you, I'm just a conduit. But really, I want to eat cupcakes, sit in my hot tub and garden. Not necessarily in that order. I have a strong Taurus mood. Okay. And oh my God, it wasn't going away for nothing, honey. Nothing was keeping this card. See, that's what I mean. I just do my thing. You'll always get your message, whatever the universe wants to give you. You have the bat. You have, oh, there's another, I can't even say. You get the gargoyle again. Oh, fuck. Really? Yeah, I know why. I know why. I was like, too much to take 3 cards. So the universe is saying, yeah, it's too much. You know what your job is. So we're going to give you 7 underlying cards. Yeah. I work for the toughest boss ever. I tell you. Okay. Magic candles. Besom, make a wish, remove the old. Book of Shadows, clear out the past. Gargoyle, it will protect you while this happens. Witch's Circle, this is also protection. This is pretty, you get, I mean, if some of you are into spell work, that definitely, right? But this is also, I want to say, because you've got the candles twice, like making wishes and these things being protected, very huge protection energy around you. It's crazy. And then, oh yeah, this is each, I don't know what it is. I think it's Egyptian. Ankh, 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 Ach, bat, and then bat. What is that in itself? I want to look at the ANKH. It won't give me like a phonetic. Ankh. It's the Egyptian symbol of eternal life and is also known as the key of life. There's speculation that it is an evolved form of or associated with the Egyptian glyph for magical protection. Holy Mother of God. I tell you, there's so much protection energy in your reading. Even when I'm like, yeah, I don't have time, Spirit, I got shit to do. I don't have time for 3 cards. All right, we'll give you 7. I'm not reading all 7. Wow. So in ancient times, it was worn with 2 other hieroglyphs that meant strength and health. In modern times, I need my glasses. This is worth reading. Okay, this still doesn't feel right. It feels, what the fuck is going on with my glass? Just a second. I have a lot of wardrobe malfunctions, but usually like up around here. It's good. I wouldn't want them anywhere else. Okay. Oh, where did Sa? How come I didn't read Sa? Protection, Sa. What? Or associated with the Egyptian glyph of magical protection, Sa. In ancient times, it was worn with 2 other hieroglyphs that meant strength and health. In modern times, the Ankh, I'm sure I'm not saying that right, is usually worn as an amulet, a protector of, or something that is considered to bring good luck to the wearer. It serves as an antenna or conduit for the divine. See, I told you. It's using me for you. Antenna conduit for the divine power of life that permeates the universe and provides the wearer with protection from the evil forces of decay and degeneration. Sometimes we feel as though we are just going through the necessary motions and deep inside are wasting away. You have been dealing with some of these feelings recently. It's as if everything has lost its luster and you've fallen down the rabbit hole. Nothing is horribly wrong, but it isn't quite right either. When you are having one of those days, use the energy of this card to turn these feelings around. Hold the card in your hand, stare at the symbol and repeat the words. Okay, you ready? Oh, that's the wrong. Okay, you ready? Okay, stare at it. Repeat. You're going to say this 3 times. Strength, health, and life. Strength, health, and life. Strength, health, and life. See, I always say you should say it 3 times too. The number 3 resonates with the energies of optimism and joy, manifesting your desires and clarity. I'm going to give you the incantation now. I'm Spirit's bitch. That's what I do. So, you ready? Again, it should be said 3 times. I'll only say it once as long as I get it right the first time. I'm strong and healthy, full of life. Free me from the daily strife. Life will change from dark to light. The future does indeed look bright. And then you have your ancestor coming in to guide you. I love it. And this, my friends, you're going to get at the end. Because that's how it's supposed to go. All right. Jeez Louise. What should I do for you in the universe? Okay. Okay. Are you ready for the high priestessy part? I guess that kind of was, though, wasn't that? Was really like, God, the spiritual protection around you is insane. You need it. Because we all had some bad troubles in your energies like a few weeks ago, a month or so ago. I thought it was you guys. And then I realized it's freaking crosswatchers coming in here. It was bad. I had close comments off. Fuck this shit. I don't need this abuse. So you got protection. You got protection. Okay. Your superpower, your potency, your kryptonite, your nemesis, and your next assignment. I always have to say it like that. It's like very, you know. I'm Cindy Bond. My next assignment. Your Sagittarius Bond. Your next assignment. Your thoughts, the thinking man. You think good thoughts. You're a thinker. You're smart. You could even have the ability to hold things and know things about that, you know. Just looking at that, the way he's holding the crystal. Clear thinking. Clear thinking. You can be a very clear thinker. Your kryptonite is a door to value. Finding the right door to prosperity. Finding the right door to prosperity. That's your kryptonite. But you're a good thinker. You're smart. Your nemesis. But maybe there's been things like energies working against you. You know? I don't know. Nemesis. Your nemesis. The thinking woman. It's funny. Could be two sides of yourself here. One side is very powerful. The other one is like, oh. But it's what makes you stronger. There's a real cool yin yang to your brain here. I don't know, it could be a counterpart. Oh, wow, isn't that something? If your counterpart is actually your nemesis. I'm getting all these things in my head and I'm not sure what to make of them. So I'll just start saying, instead of me just sitting here quietly, I'm getting like Batman and Catwoman. So, and then I was getting Spider-Man. It looked like the Hulk. I don't know how that, are they nemesis to each other? Not really. But I was definitely getting like Batman and Catwoman. So odd. Your next assignment. Used to deal with something here. Your broken heart. If there's somebody who's just as smart as you, is your nemesis. Somebody who can outsmart you, outthink you, but then I'm going to say you could probably them too. Your kryptonite is the right door to wealth or money or opportunity. The right door to physical abundance. Your next assignment is to deal with this heart, honey. Is to deal with the broken heart. Cry its last tear. Oh, hello. Hello, Fabio. Yeah, he's been coming around as the underline this week. Man holding the heart there. Well, that's nice. That's not thinking anymore. Oh, these are thinky-thinkies. Right? These are two energies that are thinking. Your superpower is your masculine mind, however you use that. And your nemesis is the feminine mind. I'm going to go to the L-key deck and we're going to keep developing this. All right. Your superpower is your mind. Y'all who forgive. Remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. Thoughts of. You think about that. So, you have thoughts of forgiveness? Well, maybe your nemesis. The thinking woman. It's like your partner. It's your If it's not your partner, it's the other hemisphere of your brain, literally. Such an interesting reading. Your mind can forgive, but can your heart? You can look at you can look at something and you can understand it clearly. You can really factualize events, how things have happened. And you can say, I understand. Everybody's on their own journey. This makes sense. Maybe it didn't work. I don't know, because you have forgiveness and guilt, remorse. And then, right, the nemesis is literally the counterpart card. But your heart, that's the part where there's no logic in it, right? That's the part where, it makes a lot of sense to move on and forgive. And, I do feel like you can have conversations with yourself about, I forgive this person. But your heart, and maybe you have cleared your mind, but your heart is still like suffering a little bit from some sort of pain in the past. Oh, that's interesting. So, door to value, your weakness. Yahoo change. Transformation, change, and enchantment. Your kryptonite is valuable change. Now, there's something else coming in here for some of you where the changes that you go through in life somehow elevate you, perhaps in terms of money and finances. But because it's a kryptonite, there's still losses that are taken with that. And maybe it has something to do with the broken heart. And you do have the Phoenix, which, I don't have to get into the book, and I'm sure you all know too, it represents a rebirth, coming out of the ashes, to live, to fly, to soar again. Second life is really the energy of that Phoenix. So, the fact that you have transformation, change, and enchantment is your weakness. I honestly feel like it could go either way. I feel like I'm talking for people that they get these changes. These changes also represent financial growth and increases for them. But there's broken heart left behind. So you elevate yourself, you rebirth. Yeah, but then, often, sometimes, well, not sometimes, a lot of times when that happens, there's people that you leave behind in that process. Because everybody's on different paths of growth. And sometimes you just outgrow people. People outgrow you. There's others, though, I feel like the spiritual changes that you experience may actually make it difficult to find the right doors to value. It's as if, you could have deep spiritual knowledge here, but your pocketbooks are empty. And you still get the broken heart. So that whole side seems like, well, we really got the short end of the stick. Sometimes we do. Your nemesis is the thinking woman. I'm going to say she. I've been saying y'all to make it inclusive, but she who regrets battle, victory, and bitterness. See, but then now there's 2 points here. Bitterness, regret, forgiveness, remorse, guilt. The hell? These 2 things are associated with thinking in the mind. It's funny. It's switching, right? Like, I almost feel like I should put it like this, so that the battle, the victory goes with the yang energy, the thinking yang, say that. And then the forgiveness, remorse, guilt goes with the thinking yin, but it's not. So the yang forgives. I want to say there's a balance here. The yang forgives, can actively forgive. The yin will fight. And so I'm getting like mama bear energy from that. But it could be fighting with the mind, right? That is kind of like, right, the pen is mightier than the sword. And I swear to God, women came up with that. Because it's like, yeah, you can kill us with your bare hands. So we're going to come up with some shit that's going to warp your brain. We're going to have some sort of advantage here. It's true. And I think that could probably describe a lot of things that, you know, men find difficult about women. And, well, even I find difficult about women, is that they can play some serious mindfuck games with you. But it is, though, I would never even say to look at it in terms of there's something wrong with them. I mean, at some levels there could be, because it is utilizing a real, like, is base needs, base, more instinctive, reactive, where in a world where things become more civilized, of course, the pen has a lot to do with that, though the sword also backs that up sometimes. Right? Well, there's the balance too in that, the yin and the yang of that balance. That, where is it going? We're going to get something going in. I really don't want to listen to your rambling, Cindy. But it is, because it's an evolutionary step, because men are bigger. They're stronger. Literally. They could take their hands and strangle you. They could do, like, yeah. So you need to get into their fucking heads so that they don't. That's where that came from. So you can't, I really don't think you can look at that and just all the negative parts that women can do with the mindfuck games. Guys can do mindfuck games too, but they're usually simpler. Usually they don't. You don't know mindfuck game till you've done one with a woman. Really mindfuck you. So, but it is because, well, that group of guys over there could just kill me. Rape me, kill me. I'm going to get in their fucking heads so that they don't. I don't know. I'm sure I use it sometimes because you need to. I'm just speaking, you know, from the yin. But it's like mama bear energy. And she still couldn't take a papa bear, right? So she's got to use her mind. And this is your nemesis. So maybe even I'm saying everything too, like, it's going to make things make sense. There's something about that here, because it's almost like, and I don't know if this message is for more masculine people, and you don't have to be female to not be included in that. You know, I would consider myself a little more masculine than feminine quite a number of times. And I honestly too, like, until I got much older and I had more opportunity to meet other women that were fairly healthy in terms of how they navigated relationships. I spent a lot of time playing with the guys because I could not get involved in the shit that was going on in some of those groups, you know, like in school and stuff. But there definitely is something here about the feminine doing what it's got to do, because it's y'all who regret, she who regrets, battle, victory, bitterness. But there's a survival instinct that I feel like goes with that, because that's just my take. And y'all can put in the comments, you know, because that's something that I've thought about. Like, yeah, why do women have this social ability? You know, guys can do it too, but I think there's something there through evolution. They're going to kill me or rape me. I got to get in their heads. Broken heart, your next assignment. Y'all who battle, justice, fears, and commitment. Wow. What is this? This is like, maybe this is even almost like a sexual tension energy. It's different. It's different. This energy, Sagittarius. Y'all who present, now awareness and acceptance. Just like live in the now. Live in the now. Right? And I'm not excusing though. Like what I just said, it wasn't to excuse, you know, really manipulative, even narcissistic, but it depends what the situation is. If there's something to do with survival, and I don't know. Because you got the broken heart here. That's a very sensitive area. Let's really get some tarot in on this one. But you are protected. Maybe you've been dealing with a feminine that, you know, will fight you, will battle you. She may even regret that she has to. Your kryptonite is money. I don't know. I honestly feel like I could be speaking to somebody who's like maybe gone through some sort of a partnership break. Maybe your partner took money. You forgive them. Guilt, remorse. But your next assignment is the broken heart. Now, is it something here? Both these energies are looking this way, and they both have to do with battle. Justice for the broken heart, battle for the heart. Your superpower, the moon. That's interesting. The moon is such a feminine energy, right? And you have the thinking man. Forgiveness, remorse, guilt. Forgiving, like this feminine energy. It is because Mother Earth is also feminine. And she is like she's the Empress. I mean, if a person pulls out the Empress card, it's like the embodiment of Earth. And it'll give you everything you need to live and survive and feel comfortable and good. And it'll fuck you over. It'll rip down your house. It'll drown all you and your farm animals. Like, it'll come in and it'll fuck you over. It's just the feminine. Your kryptonite, the door to value, and y'all who change. Oh my God, the Eight of Swords. Oh my God, now what? Feeling trapped. Trapped by change and finances. Trapped by change and finances. Wow. Oh, there is some energy in here. I don't know. Maybe I kind of like it because I am like feminine. And you know, like I said, we live cycles through the moon. Most women do, females do live cycles through the moon. Humans, because other animals are on different. But there is a strong connection there with that. And there's something here about the feminine being, what's the word? Like, I'm not getting the right word. Like sort of discounted, or I don't know, not taken seriously, if that's the right word, right? Like it is, there's a balance there. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the wall. I have the pictures of my grandparents on their wedding day, and like my grandfather was quite a bit taller than my grandmother, but she was a feisty little thing. Right? So I'm just looking at that, and there's something here, like, I don't know what your story is or what's going on. Like if you're the feminine, you're the masculine, or you consider yourself more feminine, but your masculine brain is capable of doing certain things, but your feminine brain is like, wow, really powerful, because that's the thing that threw me off at first about the reading. It's like, it's almost like the thinking masculine mind is forgiving, is gentle. But you see, it's almost like because it's given in some circumstances, it gets more complicated when we're starting to live in societies. But when we're living in more nomadic times, which is what humanity evolved through, that's how we've evolved. The masculine has a privilege. They're privileged to forgive. Where the feminine, again, because a guy can take his hands to your neck and that's it, you're done. I mean, really, there isn't really much that you can do. It's just a biological fact. So I don't know if maybe it's not so hardwired for the feminine to forgive. Because if there's a broken heart, there's vulnerability, right? And if you can look at a small dog, like it'll be like act really tough towards a big dog. The big dog doesn't have to. I don't need to. Let's just be friends. You scare the fuck out of me. You could just take one bite out of me and shake me to death. So I'm going to make you think I'm strong. I'm going to intimidate you. Yeah, there's something interesting in this reading about that energy. Your nemesis, the thinking woman, a she who regrets, battles, victory, and bitterness. Temperance. Let it cool. Let it cool. And temperance is coming out here. I mean, maybe that's you. Maybe you're your own nemesis. Oh, you're either going to love me or hate me in this reading. Oh, well, at least you'll feel something, right? You'll feel something. Feel it. Feel it. Because that's what the moon and the earth wants to do to you. You mad at me? You mad at me right now? Okay, wait, I'm going to make flowers come up and make everything pretty. You're going to love it. You're going to love me in a second. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. And now you're going to sneeze your head off. You're going to have watery eyes. You're not going to be able to function. So it's allowing things to settle. It's allowing, this is also cycles. The cycles of the feminine. There's such a strong feminine masculine polarity in this. I mean, even too, I mean, when someone is pregnant, like a woman is pregnant, she's really at her most vulnerable too. Your next assignment is the broken heart, battle, justice, fierce commitment, the world. Move beyond it. Move beyond it. Close it off. Close that off. Oh, I just covered his face. A cycle completed. Funny, I say cycle completed and it's like, look, you're bowing. The Queen of Wands. Really interesting reading. Some interesting shit coming up in these cards. Let's clarify. The masculine mind in the moon is a potency. The thinking man, the moon, forgiveness, remorse, guilt. The death card, right? Death and rebirth. There it is. So, I don't know. I really think there is something here about your capacity to think logically about things that have gone on in life and to forgive. You have two closure cards and you go, and then you have the Phoenix, right? Your kryptonite, door to value, change, the Eight of Swords. People around you could change. There could be financial changes. The Page of Wands. Being able to talk to someone because of the changes that have happened. the value that one another see in each other, feeling like something is unreachable, untouchable. That's your kryptonite. Your nemesis, the thinking woman, she regrets, battle, victory, bitterness. That's, well, look at the all of these skulls like collected under there. And I certainly hope that there is no hate on women in this, in the comments, or hate on men, because none of that is healthy. There are unhealthy men and women, and if your mother was very like toxic and narcissistic, or your father was, or your partner, that does not mean that entire group of people are. So don't do that in the comments either. I know every woman I ever met is crazy. Oh, you're probably a fucking asshole too. That's why nobody wants to be insane around you. We all got our reasons too, of being crazy around you. Anyway, so the nemesis, the thinking woman, regret, temperance. It's like a deep breath. The Four of Pentacles. Wow. No tush-to-pa. That is like closed off. Oh, something gone down here. Something gone down. And there's an energy that becomes closed off. Perhaps it is bitter, but it has gained a victory. And now it tempers. And I want to say it probably tempers because of whatever's happened. So I don't know too if it's like, if you've been through some sort of a breakup with someone, and it could be at the point here where you're like, can we just be friends? I don't know. And maybe this person is like standoffish. They're tempering. Whoever this nemesis is, they're tempering. Maybe there's a part of your own logical mind that would like, let bygones be bygones. But, you know, and we even want to say like your heart, the feminine is like, it's not ready with temperance and the Four of Pentacles. So your heart is the next assignment. Battle, justice, fierce, commitment, the world. So that's closed off. No more fighting. So that's that. There's no more fighting. The broken heart, justice, battle, the world. The Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. I don't know, it just kind of feels like it's clear and open for you to do what you would like to do. This also feels like this sword is being held up, if there's like any sort of like player or game energy. I have the Sword of Clarity. I can see what she was up to. Aww. Oh, well, I'll get to the Phoenix. Man holding a heart. Man holding a heart. Sagittarius. Man holding a heart. The Six of Swords. Whoa, look at that. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Kind of get an idea. But y'all are going towards what feels like nice. It feels like warmth, kindness. You know. Well, hopefully you won't have to fuck with his head because he won't try to kill you. Or destroy you. I'm just thinking of this comedian. She's Irish. I can't remember her name. She's so funny. Oh, and one of her funniest jokes that she tells is kind of like this. It's, she's visiting family or something like that. And somebody was saying, oh, I guess because she was single now. She was single. Or now because I guess she'd gone through some sort of breakup and she's single. And she was making jokes about that. And she's like, they saw us here on the market again. Like, oh, on the market? I'm not a cow. Like, what do you mean I'm on the market? I'm not a fucking cow. So, and then someone else was coming and saying to her, you know, don't you think maybe men will be intimidated by your humor? She's like, intimidated by my humor? How about if I go down to the dark alley? I'll scare them to death with my jokes. It's like, how about they could take their hands and strangle me and kill me? That's kind of like the energy of this reading. It's like her. I wish I could remember her name. She's so funny. She's very masculine. She's fucking beautiful though. And she's a hoot. Right? Like, so to me, she encompasses both masculine and feminine energies. I hope that's what we're talking about. I don't know what went on here, but it is like, well, hopefully he won't be intimidated by my jokes. Because I'm intimidated by the size of his hands and the strength of his arms. She is present now. Where am I? Accepts it. Anyways, I thought that is such a good joke. It's true. Why are they so intimidated by the words that we say? You could just strangle us. Like, we won't go into a dark alley because you could rape and murder us. But if you meet us, might tell you a joke. I'm so intimidated. The 8 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you just focus on you, the now. It's just like, it's good energy. This is great energy. It's opportunities, it's growth, it's independence, it's wealth, it's movement, it's sovereignty. Oh, the Phoenix. Oh, what's at the bottom? You got the Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Queen. Oh, shit, this guy. What's he up to? I don't know what this is about. You have the Queen of Wands with the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, what's he doing? I don't know. Watch out for that shit. It's like this, some like guy playing 2 women here. Yeah, you want to know why we got red? I'll tell you right now. All those cards fell on the ground. Okay. Phoenix. I speak for every woman here. It's got to get into some guy's head at some point because she knew it was her survival. The Phoenix. The Phoenix is a mystical and magical creature with an extremely long lifespan. In Greek mythology, the Phoenix is cyclically regenerated or reborn. Associated with the sun, a Phoenix obtains new life by arising from the ashes of its predecessor. Isn't it funny? Like, it's a masculine. And here we have the moon with the masculine. It's a symbol of immortality and resurrection and reminds us that the end is only the beginning. In ancient Egypt, the phoenix was also a symbol and metaphor for the setting and rising sun. The sun disappears beneath the western horizon in a ball of flames when its daily journey is complete so that it may be reborn anew in the east the following morning by way of a new ball of fire. That in itself is already bringing me to this kind of Egyptian energy. And then you had the eye of or Thoth, I don't know. You had the eye of someone, right? That was also Egyptian energy, and that's just me, like the sun and the moon and the scarab beetles and that whole cycle too. Meaning, when you draw this card, the phoenix stands as a metaphor for being reborn. This can either manifest in picking yourself up when you are down and making the changes that need to be made, or shaking off those shackles that have been holding you back. The phoenix is letting you know that no matter how difficult things may be right now, you will soon be reborn and start anew. I love it because this energy, the reading itself, your next assignment is to close something difficult off. Okay, we ready for this incantation? I'm going to say it once as long as I get it right the first time, but I would repeat it 3 times to really empower it. Okay. I will rise from the ashes, refreshed and renewed. The scars left behind can no longer be viewed. I am fit, I am strong and on top of my game. All is well in my world I reclaim. I think you should say it like that too. Let's really do it. I'm going to go to the extended Sagittarius. In the extended, I'm going to look at what from your past still pulls on you. What from your future is trying to push you forward. How this push and pull affects you. How to allow all things to flow freely. There you go. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Until next time, love me or hate me. Do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.